heads to Winnipeg South in Manitoba. We spend the day with MP Rod Bruinooge, who in 2006 became the first Métis elected member of the Conservative Party in the government's early days. Bruinooge shares some highlights of his riding and talks to us about his role in politics.
We're going to look forward to seeing you at a Bison game or two.
Oh, I'll be there, everyone I can be at.
I know.
MP Rod Bruinooge meets up with Brian Doby, head football coach for the University of Manitoba Bison. The pair head inside Investors Group Field, the $200 million facility, which opened in June 2013, is the home stadium for both the Bison and the CFL's Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
The locker room is about 4,000 square feet.
Our tour begins with a look inside one of the largest locker rooms in the country.
Truly a beautiful.
Next, we get a bird's eye view of the field.
Are you going to put any of your fans up here, do you think?
After the tour of Canada's newest stadium, Bruinooge highlights some other features of the riding, which is home to about 90,000 people.
Well, Winnipeg South is, of course, a great riding. It's fast growing. So many people from across the country, when they come to Manitoba, they tend to put their roots down here.
A few of the many landmarks and places of note in the riding. Of course, there's the University of Manitoba, the first ever university in Western Canada. Remains of the first Trappist monastery in Western Canada, gutted by fire in 1983. And the Red River Floodway, a man-made flood control waterway, designated a National Historic Site. A strong advocate for the university in the nation's capital, the political science grad next guides us through the campus of his alma mater.
Of course, it's centered right in my riding. It's the most important institution, employs the most people, has the biggest economic impact on my riding. And I've really had a wonderful relationship with the university ever since getting elected. I've been advocating on behalf of students, faculty, and administration in Ottawa, and I think we've done some really good things here on campus. A lot of investment has flowed. So we're going to do 210, two doubles?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just change the picture up. Should be
the former entrepreneur who worked in the film and gaming industry before entering politics is one of the few Métis politicians on Parliament Hill.
When I first ran in 2004, I was one of just three politicians of Aboriginal descent that ran for the Conservative Party. And in 2006, when I got elected, I became the first Aboriginal MP in the Conservative Party in our government.
I'm especially proud to speak before you today, Mr. Speaker.
Shortly after, he was appointed Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Indian Affairs, a role he held for 2.5 years.
You know, it's been a great honor. Of course, this part of Canada was once represented by Louis Riel. And he is the father of Manitoba, you know, the patron saint of Métis people. So, you know, for me, it's definitely a real privilege to be in this role as a member of Parliament. And I, you know, appreciate those that were before me, like Louis Riel.
Later, we drop by St. Norbert Farmers Market, the largest outdoor market in Manitoba, which received federal funding towards some necessary infrastructure improvements.
Well, the farmers market in South Winnipeg is a really important place where people come and congregate, and of course, commerce happens. So we invested $250,000 into a $500,000 redevelopment plan for the farmers market, where they're bringing in an amphitheater and new washroom facilities and improving some of the coverings for inclement days. So it's going to become quite the little entertainment mecca for South Winnipeg.
Before shopping for produce, Bruinooge spoke about some issues he hopes to address on behalf of his constituents.
When we did a big post-secondary institution infrastructure fund, it really had a meaningful impact in South Winnipeg. Nearly $50 million were invested in the U of M, so we'd love to see a program like that come back to post-secondary institutions across Canada. In Winnipeg South, there tends to be a very large working population that like to see low taxes, so that's another issue that's brought up quite often to me. And of course, occasionally the issue of crime does come up, where we want to continue to see our laws strengthened, and that's brought up as well.
So, what's the greatest reward of his role as an MP?
Well, the greatest reward is being able to connect and meet with all the people that I do. I really enjoy meeting new people, and in this job you meet so many people from around the world, but of course right in my own riding. I've probably met everyone simply by knocking on their door over 4 election campaigns, and that's been quite rewarding.
A proud Manitoban, MP Rod Bruinooge is doing what he can for the collective future of his constituents and all Canadians. Reporting from Winnipeg South in Manitoba, I'm Heather Seaman.